Compounding the tragedy of the devastation caused by Cyclone Gabrielle is the knowledge that for many families who have lost everything, there's no insurance to help them bounce back. So what does the future hold for them? Donna Robinson from Waikato Tainui, Ngāti Raukawa, works for Te Ara Ahunga Ora Retirement Commission in the Financial Capability Team, and she's with us now. Tēnā koe, Donna. Thank you for joining us.
Tēnā koe.
Now, we can presume that there are thousands, very possibly tens of thousands of whānau out there in utter shock over the devastation Cyclone Gabrielle has left behind and likely feeling very vulnerable and uncertain about their future right now. What are some possible lifelines and resources available for those who have lost everything?
E pauri ana o mātou ngākau mō te hunga katoa e mamai ana. You know, we've all been affected by watching what we've seen on the TV, and our hearts go out to those people who have been devastated. One of the things, I guess, from the Retirement Commission that we'd like to, share is that don't be afraid to ask for help. This is not the time to be whakamā, kawe whakamā. There are a lot of assistance and support out there right now. There are lots of aids. We know there's aid at mayoral and local government levels, and we've also working income. Also, you don't have to be on a benefit to go and ask for help and get assistance where you need. Another way is the banks now have, under some new emergency lending regulations, have got some lending restrictions eased, which is making it easier for whānau, for people to access loans for those who've been affected by the flood and the cyclone. And we've got some amazing resources out there. Money Talks, look, it's free and confidential conversation you can have on the phone. Talk to someone that's an expert that can help you. We've also, on our website, sora.org.nz, a great list of all resources, organisations that people can go to confidentially. If they're feeling unsure where to go, they can start there.
Okay, Donna, we just want to go over that very quickly again to reiterate where people can go. So people can go to their banks, they can go to WINS. Where else?
We know that their banks, work and income, they can go on to websites like Money Talks and have a conversation if they're worried about their finances right now. Talk to their lenders. We also know there's a lot of wonderful community support out there, some major platforms that are doing fundraising events. Look, reach out, find out who they are. People like myself, we're ready and willing to support. We want to donate. We haven't been as affected, and we want to be able to help you. So don't be afraid to ask is what we want to say.
Beautiful. Donna, Māori have among the lowest rates of insurance of all ethnic groups in New Zealand. Help us to understand some of the reasons for this, preventing Māori from taking out policies.
I think cost is always going to be the biggest barrier. People having to choose whether to buy food at this time, or even with the rising cost of living costs. When you weigh that against the cost of premiums that insurance can often incur, sometimes that's not it's a hard decision to make. Another factor is awareness about what insurance actually is and what it can do for you. So understanding the different types of insurances and how to access them when you need to. It's really important that we Māori understand why insurance exists and how to utilise it. We want to help people understand that let the insurance company carry the risk rather than your community, your whānau.
Well, it's one of those things, isn't it? You don't need it until you need it. So the financial impacts of the cyclone must be into the millions, potentially heading towards hundreds of millions. Can you speculate on the financial impact that we as a country could be facing?
And I'm sure you agree with me, it's too early to tell the true cost of that impact. We know that this is a significant event. What we do know is that we can offer people those immediate concerns that they have. So we can offer them, as I've said, those suggested helps, work and income, local, and even your community. There's a lot of communities out there fundraising, doing things, food banks that want to help you. So I think the impact, financial impact, is too early to tell. It's yet to come, but we can take this time to reflect on, gosh, will this be the last event? Not sure. Could it be time to take stock of our financial situation and, be prepared for the next one?
So how can whānau ensure that their finances and livelihoods are protected when something like an unforeseen event such as this happens?
One of the ways I think in the financial capability team with the Commission we found is having a good understanding of where your money's going, what's coming in each week. Primarily, we call this a budget. When you understand your budget, you know how much you can afford to put away for things like an emergency fund. It's all well and great to say, start an emergency fund, but if you really don't know what you have or can afford to put towards it. So a great place to start is looking at those finances, have a kōrero with your whānau. Don't forget to, if you haven't got insurance, or even if you do, review those yearly. Lots of people are actually under-insuring, which can leave them at significant risk. We know building an emergency fund, as we've seen with the cyclone, manage your debt wisely. Afterpay, look, consider whether those things are really important in achieving financial security. And as Māori, we have been and will continue to be resilient in so many ways. So building some financial resilience might be a goal that not only we want to achieve as a whānau, this could be at our community, at our iwi level as well.
Yeah, great advice there. Donna Robbins from Te Ara Hunga Ora Retirement Commission. Thank you so much for your time today. Ngā mihi.
Ngā mihi.